Hello everybody, and after 48 hours of using the new Durandal in 3.9, I decided to make a first impressions video. Basically, the way that Durandal works, like any other Valkyrie, is unique to herself. So, for example, one noticeable difference between Durandal and Valkyrie Gloria is that Durandal doesn't even have a meter above her health bar, which is very reminiscent of Rita, who also doesn't have a meter at all compared to the other Ritas. This might not seem that much at the start, but because I'm very used to using Valkyrie Gloria Durandal with a meter, I keep looking at the health bar where there isn't even a meter. Obviously, this is something that I have to get used to, but it is something that I noticed. When it comes to her gameplay style, because of how unique it is, there are actually several trial stages and even a mini story mode which is in an event just for her. And the only way for you to win in those stages is by using her in a specific way, which is why you see me repeating this stage so many times, because of just how many times that I screw up until I get it right. To those of you who are wondering whether or not she is weak, I would say no. It is just that in my last video I did not play her correctly, and even now I still struggle with doing that since I need some time to get my grasp on her new gameplay. Anyway, using her in combat seems to depend heavily on her attack sequence as well as her dodge or her block ability. When Durandal moves and you press on the evade button, then she evades, or she does an ultimate evasion. But when she is standing still and attacking but you are just not moving, then pressing on the dodge button will instead do a block instead of moving. The most important thing, however, is that in either cases you press the attack button immediately, where then she throws her spear at the enemy. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but there isn't any other Valkyrie with both mechanics at the same time. But again, correct me in the comments below. The other thing of notice about Durandal's gameplay is her sequence of attacks, or her combo attacks. Basically, you do 5 sequence attacks, then she does a flip where you see a glimmer above her where you hold the attack button, and then she throws away her lance. When you do that and you press the attack button again, then she will do her 5th sequence again, then flip again, then you will see the glimmer of light again, and rinse and repeat. One thing to note is that Durandal can do her 5th sequence of attacks also after dodging or blocking if you press the attack button immediately. The idea behind this is that using this method in addition to the dodge or block mechanic will gain you SP very fast, where then you can go into her burst mode. And based on my own experience with her so far in the past few days, she does go into burst mode several times in a single match just because of how ridiculously fast she gathers SP. And once you go into her burst mode, just like with any other Valkyrie who has a burst mode, she has a different gameplay altogether. She still has the same mechanics of her dodge and block ability, where then you have to press on the attack button after dodging or blocking, but now when you press on the dodge button twice when there is no cooldown and you encounter an enemy, then she will activate her ultimate evasion, where then you press the attack button and she does her animation. And speaking of which, using her weapon skill during burst mode does yield different animations depending on the enemy. The other notable thing about her burst mode is that if you press on the dodge button twice and you move, she then zooms into the stage, and it's kind of cool, well, until she hits an enemy and activates her ultimate evasion, where then she does the animation I talked about. One thing I wish they would add is do what they did to Herschel Afrizen Bornya to Durandal in open world. Just like how with Herschel Afrizen Bornya she is able to get into her motorcycle outside of combat when you move, why not do something similar with the burst mode of Durandal? That would be kind of cool. But that is just my own opinion, so please tell me yours. Do you think that such a mechanic would be very awesome in open world if implemented? And what do you think about Durandal's gameplay so far from what you have seen from the footage? Personally, I like using her a lot, especially when I go into her burst mode. It is very fun for one thing and is very satisfying, especially when you use her standos during combat, which is just pretty awesome to use. views. But as I said, that is my own opinion. Please tell me yours in the comments below because I'm very interested in reading yours. Also, while you are at it, please consider subscribe, rate, share, as it does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, then you can do it through using the support membership button like these awesome individuals, where I would like to thank every one of them. Also, while this is not relevant, one of you guys made me this really awesome fan art of me going on a date with Mai, which, well, I don't want to admit that I kinda enjoyed the date, but like I totally did not. I swear I did not enjoy the date, even though I'm blushing there, but you know, still. Thank you very much, the Angst Lord, for your fan art. I will leave a link to it in the description down below if you want to follow him. But that is it today for me, and until my next video, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.
你还差了点。你还差了点。你还差了点。 荣光与我同在。你还差了点。任务完成，该去下一个地点了。